We just played Puerto Rico 1897 Special Edition, the classic game, one of our favorite and one of our first game that we have played when we started this hobby. Now in this absolutely gorgeous production value versions from Awakened Rims, you can see that you have all these absolutely beautiful minis with sun drop and everything, resources, everything is upgraded. But let's look at the game. What is this about, right? So every player has this kind of like a plantation, their own little farm or whatever you want to call it. I know it has different names. And what happens is that you have your estates here, which basically can produce corn, tobacco, coffee, fruits and whatnot, and then you have your buildings. But the game uses this kind of like choose your role thingy, that you come here and there's all the roles are placed here, right? And then you have to choose, like you say you're the starting player and you are like the governor, with this very nice miniature here. And I choose that I want, for example, to do the planter, right? So I run the planter, then I can choose one estate. So I come here and I choose one of the available estates, and let's say I want to get fruit, whatever, and then I put it up there. But because I choose this, I also get the advantage. So instead I could get a quarry, and if you get quarries, you get bonus points, like you can buy buildings or build buildings for less coin, right? And then when after I chose this and did this action, every player starting from the player to the left from me, they gain one estate as well. So you, because you choose this, you get everything from the tile, the action and the advantage. The other players just do the thing. And then, for example, this player gets building, and then can they build something, and they come here and they look at the price and take the building and place it down. But the advantage is that they also pay one coin less, right? And then, for example, there's the craftsman, right? So the craftsman produces goods, and it's really cute, because what happens here is that for every pair you have on an estate and on a building, like for example, I want to do two coffee. I want to produce two coffee crates. I have workers on both of them, and there are also two workers on a large coffee roaster, which basically allows me, if you turn it around, to produce coffee. And for every pair, like this guy works together with this guy, makes a coffee crate. This guy works with this guy, makes another coffee crate. So that gives me two, right? For example, every estate needs their own building to produce them, except corn. The corn just comes to you if there's a worker on the corn, right? And then you can do recruitments, and the recruitments allows you to get workers in player order. But if you are doing the advantage, you also get one worker from the supply if available, and then each player takes one of the workers from this place here and places them on an open spot, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. But I think the cool things are that you, for example, at one point you can play the trader and you can start selling your stuff at the trading place, and there are rules how many you can put and what kinds, and then you get the money. But the scoring is really interesting, because the scoring comes when someone gains the captain one. You load your stuff on ships. So you have these ships, and you can see they have different amount of spots. And once something is loaded on a ship, that ship cannot take any other kind of good. So this is the corn loaded ship, and no other ship can have corn at this point. And the next player comes and they have four corn, but because there's only two, they kind of have two on the side. And at the end of this whole round, anything that you can't load on ships, it's wasted unless you have warehouses, like for example this one, which allows you to store all crates of one good type, and so on and so forth. But you get one victory point for each crate you loaded into this. So yeah, basically that's it. It's not a difficult game, but it can be very intense, because there's like a lot of buildings you can use, and of course the special edition comes with tons and tons of special buildings. You can see them there, and again, it's an absolute delight to play, and I just can't speak enough of the absolutely fantastic production value of the tiles. And you can also get the miniatures 3D. We didn't play with those. But yeah, that's it. That's Puerto Rico, and I highly recommend it. It's good. Have fun.